Yes, I'm still here, Hollywood. Coming up on today's episode, today's guest has never been interested in being predictable. She's built an international career as an actress and recording artist, worked alongside some of Hollywood's biggest stars, and has never been afraid to speak her mind, even when it came at a price. This is Still Here Hollywood. I'm Steve Kmetko. Join me with today's guest from Moscow on the Hudson and Predator 2, actor and singer, Maria Conchita Alonso. Maria, welcome.
Thank you.
You were born in Cuba, raised in Venezuela, built your career in America.
Yeah.
What feels like home to you?
Home is United States. I haven't been able to go back to Venezuela because I've been a very big, for many years, a very big activist against the regime. So they would love me to go, but then I don't think I could come back, you know. But you know, I'm lucky that, like, Mexico is like another big home for me. I work a lot in Mexico, so I'm lucky to say that I have a few homes, and I'm a Cuban, Venezuelan American.
That's quite a mouthful.
Yeah.
How much do you remember about leaving Cuba when you were just a youngster?
I was 5.5. I don't really remember anything from Cuba, but my father used to film a lot of our life. Imagining that in the 50s, late 50s, right? Or mid 50s, yeah, late 50s. And so I remember Cuba because my father's videos, you know, I have two older brothers, our birthdays at the club. We used to have a house in Varadero. That's how I remember, that's all I remember. But you know what I remember?
What?
Sorry to cut you. I remember because the mountains in Cienfuegos, which is the name of where I was born, which means 100 fires, that's where the soldiers, Fidel Castro's soldiers were. That's where Che Guevara was, who is hated by everybody who loves freedom and democracy. And he hated the gay guys, the gay people, so much you can't imagine. But anyway, so I remember hiding in my bathroom, my bedroom bathroom, inside the shower with my parents, my two brothers, and my dog, and listening to the bombs outside. I remember that. And I don't know if it was that made me.
Well, I think, I don't know this for a fact, but I think traumatic experiences, truly traumatic, stick with you, you know. So whether or not you really remember it or whether it's just a sense memory, I'm not certain. But was there a moment growing up that you realized your family's story was not like every other family?
No.
No?
No.
It's all you knew?
It's all I knew. But, you know, and then we moved to Venezuela because I had my mom's mother and my aunt. The government hired my aunt because she was like, you know, and she was, they hired her to make sure that the milk that the Venezuelans drank was good, the food was good. She was a scientist and, I mean, very smart. And that's when they said, you guys have to come here. This is very much like Cuba. And we moved, and I would cry and say, I'm Venezuelan. My mom, no, you're not, you're Cuban. I'm like, no, I'm Venezuelan, you know. It was because I relate really more to Venezuela, you know, I mean, 5.5 years old.
My brother-in-law was born in Boconó? Boconó.
Cumaná.
I may be saying it wrong.
Barquisimeto. Well, okay. In Venezuela.
Yes, in any. And he makes some delicious food. Anyway, looking back now, what lesson from your parents shaped you the most?
They were very hard workers. My mom always said, you can do whatever you want in life, never have to depend on a man. I'm a little upset that I took that very, very well because, I'm like, I want to have a man next to me and telling me, it's okay, I'm here, relax. But my mom said, you don't need a man to make it in life. And they were very honest people, fun. My father, we used to have a party in my house, one weekend yes and one weekend no, like that. Hard workers. They taught me how to work hard, how to not lie, how to not steal, and how to fight for democracy and freedom, and how to not to be scared. The only thing I'm scared of is wars, like really bad wars, because there's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
But yeah, my mom was a warrior.
Do you think that immigrants appreciate opportunity differently because they've watched it disappear once before?
Some immigrants, yes. There are some that are really bad for the country they go to. But a lot of immigrants, yes. I think we can appreciate more talking about United States, what this country has given us, and than many Americans. We were able to, if you work hard, you're able to do and to be whatever you want to.
Before acting, we were talking about it. Beauty pageants opened a lot of doors. Did you ever worry Hollywood would only see you for your looks?
That's a great question, because I always wanted to come here. I made it. I won Miss Teenager of the World, Miss Teenager of Venezuela of the World. Then I was Miss Venezuela at the Miss World pageant. And I did that not because I wanted, I'm so pretty and I wanted to be like a miss like this. No, I didn't care. But my brother had his girlfriend. She was Miss Venezuela. And she told my mom, Maria Conchita wants to be an actor and a singer. The easiest way to do that is entering a beauty pageant. And that's the reason why I did. And then, so I talk so much, then I forget your question. Yeah. And then, tell me again, you see.
Before acting, beauty pageants opened a lot of doors.
Yeah.
Were you afraid that Hollywood would only see you for your beauty?
Okay, now I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. I was such a sex symbol in Venezuela that I got so, I didn't want to do that anymore, because I'm really a hippie. I'm really a bohemian. I don't like to wear makeup. I like to be, for me, it's a pain to be dressed up and with a purse. My mom would say, ladies, go out with a purse. And I'm like, oh, man. So I was in Paris once with a boyfriend of mine before coming here. And we're at this club. We're dancing. And, I was, 21, 22. He was like 25. We were beautiful. My boyfriend was so gorgeous, blonde, and gorgeous, and me. So we're dancing like crazy. And this couple, this person comes up to us, starts talking to us, and they're gone now. They're the ones who did all the James Bond movies. Their names were
one was Cubby Broccoli.
The Broccolis. And they're like, wow, where do you live? And this and that. And I'm like, Venezuela, but I'm going to go to Los Angeles. Oh, okay, great. When I came here, I had, it wasn't really an audition. It was just to go and meet, the people here, not them. But
right.
And I just went normal. I didn't dress myself sexy and looking, great, because it's like I want to be taken, respected by my acting. I'm a great actor, I don't want to be, just because I'm pretty and sexy. So I went like the girl next door, And well, they gave it to Barbara Carrera. Yeah, that's what happened. What can I say?
What surprised you most about Hollywood once you arrived here?
I wasn't surprised. Obviously, I was like, wow, when I got the first part, in Fantasy Island, and I entered the studios, I was like, wow, this is incredible. But my life was so great in Venezuela. I lived very well. I went to amazing parties. So I wasn't really surprised by much here. And always, my mom always would say, because when I won the Miss Teenager of the World, I was like, well, I'm Miss Teenager and this. And my mom is like, listen, do you need to sleep? Do you need to eat? Do you need to go to the bathroom? When you don't need to do that, then you should be like, wow. And that's the way I see everybody else. Just because you're a star, just because you've made it big, doesn't mean that I'm going to be wow, because we are all human beings. You were lucky, you worked too hard, you very hard. That's the reason why you are. And so that's, for me, it was, obviously when I met Robin for my first, big movie here, Moscow and the Hudson.
Right.
Obviously, I was like, whoa, I'm going to work with Mork. That's when he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was a great guy.
He was a great guy.
Yeah.
He was too good for this world.
You think so?
I think so. I think that's why he left. I don't think he could have taken what we're going through right now. If he couldn't take it back then, this would have been worse. Yeah. So
he could switch from hilarious to heartbreaking in seconds. What was it like sharing scenes with him? He was notorious for ad-libbing.
Yeah, and I like to do that too. And there were times where Paul Mazursky, he was laughing so hard that we had to cut, because they were amazing. They were made for each other, and very soft, very humble. Yeah, he would make a joke out of a hole in the wall, on the wall, And I remember that when I did the bathtub scene, I was like covering with him, I was covering myself. And Paul said, if you don't let that go, I'm going to cut this scene out. And so Robin really, that day, he calmed me. There was a flower in my trailer, and he said, everything's going to be great, And so he was wonderful, a beautiful human being.
Did he ever give you any advice that has stayed with you all these years?
No.
No?
No, not really. No, I learned a lot from the other actors I worked with. When I started my career, I wasn't good.
Michael Jeter was in that movie. In the park, he played a significant role. And was it Mercedes Rule who was in that movie?
In Moscow and the Hudson?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Steve,
When Robin died, what did that do to you? How did that affect you?
It hurt, but I understood because of what I said to you first. He was too much of a good person and very susceptible. So everything would be more painful for him than from anybody else. Right, Cookie? Yes, you agree? Yeah, my love. He went to a better place. I believe that we're here for a little while, and what's waiting for us is much better. I
hope you're right.
Yeah, I you know what? I don't have a doubt. And that's what makes me not be afraid of death. Because I've always had a spiritual part of me. But when you're younger, you just want to have fun and crazy. And I did whatever I wanted to, and I tried whatever I wanted to, And, but my spirituality has grown more with time passing by. And I do believe that we're here to do something. And when our time is, when we have done that, let's go. We're ready to go and be happy.
I'm not afraid of it either. But I read a quote once from someone. It said, I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens.
Oh, well, me neither. I want to go without knowing.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who you appeared with in The Running Man, also, he's become larger than life. What was he like when the cameras were rolling?
Fun. When the cameras were rolling and when they were not. He was a lot of fun. He treated everyone the same. You know, these big names, a lot of them are great persons, great human. I was lucky to work with people that I got along with very well. And he was fun. He was fun.
Was he a prankster?
What does that mean?
Did he like playing tricks on people?
Oh, yeah. Well, he was always funny. He always had a joke that sometimes we didn't understand. And imagine his accent, my accent, you know, it was funny.
That's right. I forgot he has an accent, too.
Yes. Yeah. And I remember that. We had a scene where we kiss, and he wasn't giving me the right kiss. And I said, what's your wife's name, girlfriend? Maria. I said, what's my name? Maria. Okay, then kiss Maria well. And then the kiss came out great.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Did anyone realize while making The Running Man that its themes would become even more relevant decades later?
It's what's happening now, isn't it? It's what's happening now.
Yeah. If The Running Man were made today...
Which it was.
Oh, that's right. They redid it, didn't they?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but yeah.
No, neither have I.
They
I
tell
saw
me it's
the
very
original.
different. Yeah.
Do you think audiences would see it differently?
If it was made today like it was made back then?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know how people see us doing movies. I think a lot of people are blind. A lot of people don't think. So I don't really know if they realize that most of the time movies are telling you the truth in a different way.
Let me ask you about Venezuela. Not too long ago, there were 2 awful, horrible earthquakes. How has that impacted you?
It's very sad what Venezuela has been living these past 27 years. It's about time that they breathe and they can start dreaming again. And for this to happen, it's not really the regime's fault, but it has to do a lot with the regime, because many of the buildings that collapsed were built very wrong for the regime to make money. And rescuers found out when they were there trying to rescue people and animals and bodies, and they saw, look how these buildings were built with. So it's really hurts a lot when you see the first 2 days, the regime doing nothing, but you see the Venezuelans doing whatever they could without machineries, without equipment, because the regime had it, but they didn't want to help. Bare hands, no hats, no masks, no gloves, with just saving people, saving animals alone. The regime, in the way when other Venezuelans wanted to go through and help, some of them would not, in different places, would not allowed to be there. And what we found out afterward was also because the regime has hid lots of gold and millions of dollars under certain constructions. So they wouldn't allow Venezuelans to go there and save lives, so those things were not to be found. After 2 days, help came, which was amazing, from other countries. 30 countries, I think it was, that came. If it wouldn't have been for them, we would have lost many more people. Steve, it's how I just don't know what to say when you're dealing with devils like this.
Could you see yourself ever moving back to Venezuela?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I have a house there, paid for 100%. It's there. And I don't see me going back there because I've been a very outspoken activist, against them since day one. Something not many people know is that I dropped my career. When Chavez came out of prison, and here a lot of people were in love with Chavez from our industry. When he came out of prison, and I saw so many Venezuelans be in love with him, I went crazy. Back then there was no Facebook, no Twitter, no nothing, right? Just emails. And without thinking, which is a big mistake of mine, I always make decisions with my heart instead of mind and heart, which is the way it should be. I said Venezuela cannot turn into another Cuba. The children should not be indoctrinated. So I dropped my career, Steve. It was a big mistake because the bigger I am, the more my voice will be heard. But all I wanted to do was investigate and talk and tell people don't vote for him because he was coming back, as a candidate after the coup d'etat that he tried to do. And I was there because I was going to have a concert the following day. So that coup that he tried to do, I was in the hotel seeing everything, how many people he killed, the planes landing, the tanks, the snipers. I lived that. But also, stupid me to think that one little person could make a change.
It's very emotional for you, isn't it?
It makes me so happy to be able to help people's lives.
You created a foundation for animals.
Yes. But that foundation, I created it years ago. And it's called VEE, and then F as Frank, AUNA, V Fauna. Venezuela endorses fauna. And what we do, because sometimes I get attacked. How can you help animals and not people? And I said, well, there's a lot of organizations that help people. Fantastic, the way it should be. I chose the animals because also through the animals, I help the activist. And everything we do, and now it's just horrible what's going on. And the dogs are there helping save lives. So what the way we work is the money we received goes directly to veterinarians. So the people, well, now the vets are being great. Now they're helping without charging. But anyway, so we help so they can keep bringing their animals there, and also we help directly with supermarkets so they can go pick up the food. And I've also helped with surgery for babies, and that doesn't mean that because it's made for animals, we don't help other things. And we have a way for people to help. I would like to say it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, which is either on Zelle or PayPal, and it's VEEFAUNA, VFauna @gmail.com.
Okay. And we'll be right back. You've never been afraid to express your political opinions, even when it affected your career. Looking back, would you still make the same choices?
Maybe. Because I believe in energy, because we are energy. And if you are happy, that means that I'm going to be happy. Sometimes I ask myself, are you doing this for yourself? Because it makes you happy, not for others. Maybe, I don't think, I feel. I would like to tell you, no, I wouldn't do it the same. Because as I just told you, the bigger I am, the more powerful my voice would be. But I don't think. And I've been trying 2 things very hard to do in my life. 1, think more and don't go through my heart. And 2, make patience my best friend, which it has been very hard, which right now I'm really also working on it, because we can't understand why Maduro is gone and his wife, which we were so happy. I would say 95% of the country was so happy when January 3rd happened. We want what started to finish, because the people that are there now are as bad or worse than Maduro.
You rescued Cookie. Where did you rescue Cookie from? I know this woman that has a foundation here that is called I Stand With My Pack, and they go to shelters once a week or once every 2 weeks, and they rescue little dogs or big dogs. They rescue animals and cats, and then they find, people that would like to keep them forever or for, a few weeks until they find a family. And that's how she came into my life. And the first night she beat me. She beat me very hard because I had another dog, another Chihuahua. Her name was Tequila, and she was looking at Tequila on my bed, and I went to grab her to put her on my bed, and she beat me like hard. So I went to the kitchen and I grabbed the gloves that you cook with, and I put them on to pick her up so she wouldn't bite me again. She started screaming, Steve, screaming with so much fear that I'm like, what have they done to this little dog when she saw the gloves? And I'm like, no, it's okay. No. Now, it took her not too many months to know that she was going to be loved, And then I have a cat also, a rescue, that also beat me. The cat beat me harder because I didn't know that you couldn't pull the cat's tails. And I was taking her to the vet, and she was going to run away. She got out of the cage or whatever you call it. Right. The crate.
The crate. And she was going up the mountain. I'm like, no. And I grabbed her tail. Oh my gosh, she beat me. And I was able to put it inside and take her to the vet. My boyfriend back then was like, let me take you to emergency. And I'm like, no. I don't want, we got to go to the vet first. And I get to the vet and blood coming out. And they cleaned me there. And then I went to emergency. They're just, we got to clean the shelters, Steve. Animals, dogs, cats, they shouldn't be bought. They should all be sterilized. Is that how you say it? So they don't reproduce.
Right. Let's Let's go back to your career a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about Colors.
Okay.
It tackled gang violence long before Hollywood films did. Did working on that film change how you viewed Los Angeles?
No. There's gangs everywhere. You know, and that's one part of town where they are or they were.
You worked with Sean Penn and Robert Duvall. Dennis Hopper. Sean has always been known for his intensity.
Oh, my goodness, Lord.
Oh, yes?
We had an issue.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Can you talk about it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, go.
We got along. We all got along great. Danny Glover also. Ask me about that afterwards.
Okay.
We all got along great. Fantastic. I would tell Sean, why are you so mean with the press? Why are you so... Oh, because they tell me things and, you know, and like they like to get me to do and say things. And I'm like, okay. So years go by and I see him in love with Chavez, with Fidel Castro. And I'm like, wait. There's something... I mean, he's very smart. Amazing actor. I can take that away from him. Maybe he must be. Maybe he doesn't understand something or something. I wanted to talk to him, but he wouldn't want to talk to me. So one day I'm at the airport, LAX, to pick up my mom that was coming from Miami. He was coming from Miami. Bags, I didn't know. Someone told me, you know, Sean Penn is right there. I'm like, oh my God. And I look like hell because, you know, I go out so I'm not recognized, you know, and so I had like a long black coat and big glasses and like, so suitcases were lost. My mom's, his, a lot of people go to the office at LAS, American, where my mom is in a wheelchair because it was faster, you know, to get her out. And we were on the right side, and they were on the left. So I'm like, Mom, I want to go and tell him something. But I know me. I know that I'm very explosive. And my mom, go, you know. So I go and I go, hello. And without recognizing me, he's like, oh, hi. Very charming, right? Oh, you lost your suitcase also? And I'm like, yeah, no, not me, my mom. Oh, it's you. That's when he could recognize me, I guess when I talked. And I'm like, yeah, I would like to talk to you. And he's like, I have nothing to talk to you about. You've been saying bad things about me to the press. And I'm like, well, I've been saying the truth, you know, and I want to talk to you because it's hard for me to understand how you can applaud Chavez and Fidel Castro. And then he started saying things. He says, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to call the police, and I'm going to tell them that you are, how you say that? Like
harassing him?
Harassing him. And I'm like, okay. I turn around and I walk towards my mom, and he screams, you pig! This is in front of that little American Airlines office at LAX. And I turn around and I said, even louder, you communist asshole! You could hear a pin dropping. You couldn't. It was like, my mom was like, my mom did a lot of things before we left Cuba, but that's too long a story to talk about that. Wow, my mom. So anyway, you know, and then I wrote him a letter, which is on the internet. It's called Why, in Spanish and in English. And that's what happened with him.
Do you regret it?
No. Oh my goodness, no. Why should I?
Okay, you were going to say something about Danny Glover?
Yeah. You know, I started in Predator 2 with him. Nice as could be. We had a great time. We laughed. I mean, it was fantastic. And then the same thing happened. All of a sudden, I'm told that he's going to Venezuela to meet with Chavez. I'm like, I can't believe this. see, when a celebrity of that category goes to see a dictator, a killer, whatever, the world cannot understand or believe that that dictator is a dictator.
Right.
So they're being used as propaganda. And then he was the first one. Then after him went others. So, then this person went, that person went, Naomi Campbell went, and Champagne went, and hello, what do you think they went there for? I don't know. For the propaganda in the world to see that Venezuela was not really bad, the regime, to get paid. I don't know. I wasn't there, but
When people come up to you, are they ever surprised by a film you've made?
Yes.
Which ones?
Oh, colors. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which ones? I mean, depends, because a lot of people like I did a movie also. I starred in a movie with Nicolas Cage, Vampire's Kiss, Jennifer Beals, and it was that's a great. There's a little story there. We're going to have 2 hours here. There's a little great story. The role, and I found out later, the role of the female character was written for the same actor to play it. One is the vampire, and the other one is the little girl not little girl, but innocent and sweet and virgin. Anyway, so they gave me the virgin one, which I love to play. It was very far away from who I was and am, but and then they were looking for the vampire girl actress. And I'm thinking, oh God, that would have been great for me to play, But so they see Jennifer Beals, and Nick didn't want her. No, she's flash dance. So they came to me. The producers came to me and said, "Can you talk to him? Can you convince him to give her, a chance and prove that she can make it, she can do it, and if he doesn't like her, then." Then we'll let her go. And that's what I did. I convinced him, and she came in, and she did a great job, and we had a lot of fun. And years later, I know Barry Shields, who became a good friend of mine, one of the producers, told me it was written for the same actress to play both parts. And I'm like, why didn't you give it to me? He said, we didn't know you were such a great actress. Yeah.
Of all the actors you've worked with, who made you laugh the hardest off camera?
I guess it would be Arnold.
Yeah?
Yeah. He had a chef in his trailer and motorhome, and we would go there and, eat that fantastic healthy food. And, yeah, I would think it was him. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. In Paul Mazursky was very fun, also off camera. Robin also. I mean, I got it. I did a movie with Blake Edwards, A Fine Mess. Ted Danson, Howie Mandel, and they were very, very. I mean, very funny. Ted is very funny outside, in a normal life, and so,
You've watched Hollywood evolve over 4 decades. What's the biggest change that isn't necessarily for the better?
A lot of things.
Can you narrow it down to one?
Everything was, maybe it's because of the world the way it is, but I don't think people are as given anymore today as they were. I think that the Me Too thing hurt, really. Yes, we need to demand respect. We need to speak out loud, if something like that is happening. But I think it went too big. And men are now afraid to come to women to say something pretty about a woman, And we didn't have back then all this woke thing that is really, I think, destroying Hollywood.
Back with more in a moment. If you'd like to be more involved with us at Still Here Hollywood, you definitely can. Just visit patreon.com/stillherehollywood. You can support us for as little as $3 a month. You can get our episodes a day before they post anywhere else. You can see what guests will be coming up and submit questions for them. You can even tell us what stars you want us to have on as guests. You'll see what goes on before and after the episode, plus exclusive behind-the-scenes info, pics, video, and more. Again, that's patreon.com/stillherehollywood. Has social media made actors more connected to audiences or more afraid of them?
I don't like social media.
At all?
I use it because I have to. Because most people are not who they are. And you are being hired just because of millions, you have so many followers, not because you are good as an actor. That's wrong. That's very wrong. As a singer, how many likes you have, how many, I'm promoting, I guess we're going to get to that, but promoting my new album, it's very different than the way it used to be.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. Right now, it's you have to, how many downloads? No, I love the vinyl, the discs, I love to people go and buy. I love the Tower Records, we had an amazing life, an amazing world.
You became a huge recording artist before many Americans even knew your name. Which career has brought you the most satisfaction, music or acting?
Both. If you put a gun on my head and you say, what would you choose? I would choose acting. I would choose acting because I can play different characters that I wouldn't as Maria Conchita. I can go and be a nun, a prostitute, a judge, a good person, a bad person.
A nun, a prostitute.
Yeah. Which I'm nothing like that. And then I'm home. I kiss a lot of boys. Hi, honey, I'm home. I don't have a honey now, but yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I want one. And I miss.
So do I.
You do? No, I see your ring.
Oh, no, that's, I bought it for myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very different, like, when you're performing, singing, it's a live thing. It's right there. You're feeling the energy right there of the audience, which is fantastic. They're singing with you the songs, Did you know that I started on Broadway?
No kidding.
Yeah, I did Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Oh, that's right. I did read that.
Yeah, after Vanessa Williams. And it was great, but I'm not a Broadway person. It's very tough. I was shooting a movie with Edward James Olmos, directed by Robert M. Young, because there's another director also called Robert Young. He was such a beautiful man, but he never played the Hollywood game. So that's why he never became like, wow, a name, I was shooting the movie during the day in New Jersey, and then they would drop me at the theater, and I would do the play at night. And I did that for 5 weeks. And then it was like, what am I going to do now? Only the play, the movie was fantastic, Caught, C-A-U-G-H-T, fantastic. Was my only American nomination for Best Actress at the Independent Spirit Awards. And loved it. And then acting, oh my God. I haven't acted in a long time. There's a few things that we're working on right now, but I miss acting. I want to wake up, go and shoot, go to the set, and I miss doing that.
Tell me more about your music today.
My music has always been, my first album, International, came out when I was promoting Moscow on the Hudson. So I started promoting both things at the same time. And it was pop. When I perform live, which I tour, my music is pop rock, but the albums were pop. And it was my first number one. I had many number ones. And now I have a lot of albums, Grammy nominations, all that stuff. American Grammys. I don't have one Latino Grammy nomination, hopefully now with this new album. So what I'm doing now, I just launched a new album with a beautiful, wonderful, huge band from Mexico called La Sonora Santanera. They've been doing this for 70 years. They're huge, and they're tropical music. I never liked salsa, merengue, cumbia. It's like, ugh. I'm rock, blues, new age, things like that. So last year they called me, a friend of mine that has a club, he calls me up and says, would you like to perform a couple of songs with La Sonora in their show? And I'm like, no, thank you. No, I mean, they're great, but it's not my genre. I don't like it. My manager went crazy, you out of your mind, blah, 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 blah. So they pushed me to go to Mexico, and I was very upset. I don't want to be here. The day of the rehearsal, I connected so much with them because not only are they great musicians and singers, their energy as human beings are fantastic. And that for me is very important. So we connected, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm having so much fun playing the conga, and at the show, even more. So we recorded a whole album with them.
What is the new album called?
Caliéntame, which means hit me up, or it's like caliente is hot.
Right.
Caliéntame is make me hot. And it's in all the platforms. And 11 songs, and what we did was, as my manager's idea, was out of the 11 songs, maybe 9 of them were hits of mine. And we made them into salsa. And I have Gilberto Santa Rosa is a very big salsa singer from Puerto Rico. He's amazing. And he has the bonus track is with my second number one song, Noche de Copas. It's really, really cool.
Has being so political ever hurt your career? Or how has it affected your career?
Yeah, I think so. That's why I'm supposed to shut up now and not talk so much about it
Okay.
in my coming back. But yeah, I think so. Because, respect has been lost. For me, it's the most important word in the vocabulary. We don't have to think alike, all of us. And as long as you're not a killer and, pedophile, anything of those horrible things, I don't have an issue if you don't think like me. Because I've been through things that you haven't. But they have an issue that I don't think like them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they put you aside and they look at me weird. Not all, I don't generalize. I never generalize. I have a couple of friends that don't think like me at all in politics, in vaccines, in all that stuff. But they're good friends. They're good, and we respect each other. I wished everybody was the same.
Can I talk with you about aging?
Aging? Oh, aging. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's something about aging that's actually better than being 30?
You care less. I never care really But now even worse. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because now I'm even worse. If I never cared to say things or do things, I never cared what people thought of me, or if I did something.
Would you go back to being 30 if you want?
Yeah.
If you could?
But with this now,
Oh.
aging has given me more. It has made me think more of others than before. Aging has made me help more than before. It's like I've done it all, or almost all that I wanted to. I'm recording a song in English now. That's one thing that I still haven't done. I think my being here on this world, this face, is to help. And it makes me feel so happy. It makes me feel so good when I do that. So that I wouldn't have done when I was younger. I did help. I did some things, but it just here sporadically. Now it's an everyday thing that I do. I couldn't do it differently.
What's something that you have forgiven that at one time seemed impossible to forgive?
You mean forgiving in others, or what do you mean?
Yeah. Something you've said, something you've done.
Oh, forgiving me?
Yeah.
There's still things that I haven't forgiven me that I did. I wish I would have heard more my father. He gave me great advices. But I had it all. I had everything. I partied. My friends had planes, yachts. We just in Venezuela, My father's, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I wish I would have listened more to him. I wish at times maybe that I wouldn't have been such a crazy partier, because
then you wouldn't have the memories you have.
It's true. But I did make which I'm not going to talk about this because I'm working on my life also, a documentary. But I made a very bad decision once just because I was partying too much. And you don't think when you're partying. I was lucky that I don't have an addictive personality. Because right now I would have been either dead, in a madhouse, which they don't exist anymore. I wish they would. Or in prison, in jail. My life really was really fun and crazy. And I would have done a lot of things exactly the same, except a couple. Not much.
What question has no one ever asked you in an interview that you wish they had?
Wow, that's a hard one. No one has ever asked me that question before. I need time to think about it.
Okay, we'll come back to it then. When people talk about your life 50 years from now, and they will, what do you hope they say mattered most to you?
She cared for others.
And for Cookie?
And for the animals and for people.
Okay.
Now, Steve, I don't need to have what I had before. Now, I've had it, and I don't need certain things to make me happy. I don't need a big house. I don't need jewelry anymore. For me nowadays, to spend money in something very expensive like a wardrobe or jewelry, when I can be using that money to help right now, especially in Venezuela, it's for me a sin. It's like, how can I spend money on this when I can be buying all this food for them? Or I can be saving all these little animals. Things change for that.
Yes.
For me.
I think that's all we need. Maria, yeah. You were a terrific interview.
Thank you, Steve.
And good luck with the new album.
Yeah, on all platforms. Caliéntame And again, I want to say, people want to help my foundation, just go to my Instagram account. You can see there, it's Maria Conchita _A. And you can see what I'm doing, how I'm helping. And my Instagram, also for the animals, is VEEFAUNA.com. And the abbreviation of Venezuela, VZZLA. That's Instagram. And there you can see what we do, with the money that we receive, PayPal, and Zelle, vfauna@gmail.com.
Okay, got it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in and sitting down with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You too, Cookie.
Yeah, she's happy when she's with me.
I can understand why. Still Here Hollywood is a production of the Still Here Network. All things technical run by Justin Zangerly. Theme music by Brian Sanishin. And executive producer is Jim Lichtenstein.